Hello, it's Mr. Eric again, making another video for YouTube. This video is actually a response to a text that I got on my YouTube page from a man named Idahodad. And it's an apology, a formal apology, and not to him, but to anybody I offended with a video I made. I was videotaping myself playing guitar, and in the taping I said that I was getting out of my Fema trailer today and they were going to take it somewhere and bury it, and they're burying everybody because of formaldehyde poisoning. And I said, I hope they take them poor formaldehyde people and put them in them trailers before they bury them. That wasn't accurate, but you know, when you have a 10-minute format for YouTube and you're doing a 9-minute video, you just throw in little things like that without going into any explanations. And I don't want to start some kind of a blog where I just go on every day, but that's probably going to happen because my mind is always racing with these things that offend me, and I want to get them out there, and I don't have no friends because they don't want to hear this. But if I put it on YouTube, probably if there's 50 people in this country that want to hear that kind of stuff, they'll find me. But my experience, first off, I got to say that when somebody gives me something, I ain't nothing but happy. So when FEMA gave me a place to live for 3.5 years while my house was wrecked, man, oh man, that was to me, I just felt it was from God. It wasn't from FEMA. FEMA was a tool that God used to help me. And then to see other people, you go down there, you know, they'd be giving away free food, and people be standing in line going, I can't believe that little trailer they brought me in. I can't believe how cheap this food is. You know, you don't have food. Somebody gives you cheap food, you're going to complain about it. Or you don't have a place to live, you're going to complain about it. But anyways, when the word went out that FEMA was giving people alternative housing, which is the Fema Trailers, I didn't think I qualified because the structure of my house was still standing. The upstairs was virtually untouched. But, you know, the bathroom facilities were downstairs, the kitchen facilities were downstairs, didn't have any walls downstairs, and I didn't want to be in there when I was rebuilding the house. So I went and got in line for them. Well, immediately after the word going out that FEMA was going to give people alternative housing, through the media, through the rumors, it was found out that after a year, everybody was going to get to buy their brand new camper for $1. So I went down to get my trailer, and there was a man there that I knew. And when I saw him, I said, "What are you here for?" "Well, I'm getting me a Fema trailer." "Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you even had damage to your house. I'm so sorry to hear that." "Oh yeah, we can't live in that house." Well, it's kind of a precursor to what's going on. He didn't have any damage to his house at all. A lot of people, I mean, as bad as this hurricane is and as hard as it is to believe, there's a lot of people that got no damage to their house, or the damage was not substantial. You know, if you lose 2 or 3 shingles, that's a hassle because you're going to get water damage on your roof and all, but there's people who live with that every day that ain't been through a hurricane, so that's not anything to whine about. But anyway, on this road, just in my neighborhood, I think it's probably 24 Fema trailers got delivered. And I thought that a lot of these people were living in them, but they just got them because they wanted a $1 camper. And I didn't want to say all this before because my neighbors, some of them will get this, you know, they'll see this video. And I don't want to make enemies with nobody. I can't steal. Just ain't in me to steal from anybody, even the government. The government deserves to be stole from, and that's why I didn't really complain, because, you know, it's like, yeah, stick it to them. But I'm not going to stick it to them, but y'all go ahead and do that. But my neighbor down at the end of the road, he told him going into it he was only going to stay in that camper for a couple of months, and that's what he did. Because he got his insurance company to come in, they fixed his house, and he was just in there for a couple of months. Me, I didn't have it that good. I was disabled, I wasn't working, didn't have no income. I stayed in mine for 3 years, almost 4 years, and that's the only 2 I know of all the trailers in this neighborhood. I mean, I'd go drive past them every day, and you'd see people going in and out of their houses, and cars parked by the houses, and the lights on in the houses. You never see any activity at these Fema trailers. And I promise you, I've been in a few of them, and they still had the plastic on the carpet. They still had the plastic on the mattress, mostly because these people were told they couldn't move the campers So they didn't want them to get dirty. They wanted to keep them brand new. So at the end of the year, when they bought their $1 camper, they'd be able to have a brand new camper to go camping with. Well, the same kind of thing happened with the formaldehyde. People got sick. They got really sick. And my sister-in-law's best friend got sick, and as far as I know, she's dying. You know, this is I didn't keep up with her. I should have called her before I made the video, but it sounded like she was dying from formaldehyde exposure, at least Fema trailer exposure. And there's a lot of people like that. If FEMA had gone in the day these reports were coming back from the people, especially when the doctors started reporting it, and just get everybody out that was affected, put them in something else, pay their medical bills, and it may have been over. Because you really, if somebody does what's right, then you can't sue them. But they didn't do that, so lawyers saw them not do that, and they jumped in there. Like, we're going to sue. We're going to class action this government organization. And, you know, they wouldn't, if I gave everybody a Fema trailer and they went bad, they ain't nobody going to sue me because I ain't got no money. And the federal government also has no money, but they have this machine somewhere. And all you have to do is put ink and paper in one end of it, and money comes out the other end. So if you sue them, you'll get your money. They don't have the money now, but they'll make some money. But in any case, it disgusts me. Class action things disgust me, because when you just say everybody who lived in a FEMA trailer can get money for living in a FEMA trailer, and the reality is, you know, maybe 5 years from now, everybody get a check for $100, and then a team of lawyers will retire to Bahamas or something, you know. And that's just wrong. But that whole thing of jumping on that, that makes light of the human suffering of those who were poisoned by formaldehyde. And when I said that all the formaldehyde people ought to be put in their trailers and buried, I think they ought to just go back and watch them. If they limping around and coughing, yeah, then people need to be taken care of. But you see these people working 2 and 3 jobs. Oh, I'm formaldehyde poisoned, and then you look at their trailer and ain't never been lived in. They ought to take this. That's just disgusting to me. And basically, that's all I'm saying. I'm sorry to offend anybody who is, you know, I'm one of them people. I'm not affected by formaldehyde, but you see me in a short sleeve shirt, I won't go off this porch like that. I always wear a long sleeve shirt and gloves. And if you look at my videos, anytime I go on the grass, and I love the outdoors, but anything touches me, an ant bite, a bee sting, poison ivy, I don't even have to be around poison ivy. My whole body just starts crumbling. So I know that different people are affected by different things, but I do apologize for that. And Idahodad had a whole lot more in his letter, and I want to get back to that, but I talked too much on one subject. So I may write you back, and I may just make some more videos about things. But just looking at Idahodad's letter, this isn't somebody I want to offend. This is somebody I want to be best friends with, because the man seems to have a wisdom that none of my other subscribers seem to have. I'd like to actually, keep in touch with him, because seems to be my type of person. But anyways, goodbye from Mr. Eric. Till next video.